All right, y'all already know what it is. Welcome back to another episode of FeedWars.
Hello, everybody. I am.
What?
I was like, literally just.
You.
I was focusing my voice to introduce it, and then I'm T. I was about to introduce everything, and my wonderful, lovely co-host just took it away beautifully. Who are you, co-host?
I thought you had cold feet. You opened your mouth and then nothing came out, and I was like,
I was
let's
just
get this
preparing.
show on the road,
I was
man.
preparing for what I was gonna say because we've done
Okay.
this 10 times.
I'm sorry. You can go. You can do it.
I don't want
What
to.
were we gonna say?
No, we're rolling
All
right now.
right.
We're live.
I'm Annie.
Excellent. So, the first topic that we have on our wonderful dry erase board, our topic board, is Mist Sierra.
Why? Well, I was not in my right mind when I was writing these ideas out, these topics, and we were thinking about talking about Sierra Mist, so I wanted to write Sierra Mist, and I got to it, and I couldn't think of what it was called. I knew that there was a mist in there, though. And I was like, so I wrote Mist, and I was like, fuck, what's the rest of it? Sierra Mist!
Yeah.
Shit! So I just wrote Sierra after Mist in parentheses, so it's Mist. Sierra. But so, I don't know, the lore behind Sierra Mist, it's always been Sierra Mist to me. You know, we had the core 4. You've got Sprite, of course, Sierra Mist, 7
Up.
7 Up,
Yep.
and then maybe Mellow Yellow. Is that the same?
I think Mellow Yellow is like a Mountain Dew alternative.
Oh, yeah. It probably has Yellow 4 and 5 or 5 and 6.
Yeah, we've been learning a lot about food dyes and how the food that we probably eat on a regular basis is not the color it naturally would be, and it's been artificially colored, and it's a very wild thing.
Yeah,
and it's in everything. If it's a color that's not gray, or unless it's a fruit or a vegetable, obviously, but you never know. Even that, I guess oranges are green.
What?
Oranges are
What?
green in some countries,
What?
but because of how they grow in Florida or something, they're orange.
Ew. That's nuts.
Yeah, but
Why?
in South America or something, I don't know. It was a very short video. I was watching it today.
Wow.
But yeah, I guess they're green down there, and it looks very strange to have an orange. But I don't know if they call them oranges.
Ooh, good question. Which came first, the color or the fruit?
I don't know, and
What do you think?
I think the color most definitely came first.
Wow.
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah. That would make sense. Because you got to have your colors first, right? Like the rainbow, Roy G. Biv. And then you find things.
Yeah,
You've
and
always
then
seen color.
you would have seen the colors no matter where you were because of I guess the sunrise and sunset. You would see a hue of colors. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A whole spectrum of them.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. When you're right. Now, okay, so the core 4 or 3, I don't know, Sprite, 7 Up, and Sierra Mist. That's what you get.
I have a question.
Okay.
My bad to cut you off, but it's very important, and I meant to ask it. Did you ever try Vault?
No, I don't know what that is.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Okay.
It was, I guess not interesting. It was never super popular. There's just a small community of people that really liked it.
Yeah, I was like, why is it interesting? Do I look like a Vault stand?
No, but it was a whole thing, a Vault stand.
All right, interesting.
Yeah, I don't even remember what it tasted like. It was like Mountain Dew, but Coca-Cola, I think. Like Coca-Cola brand, like Mountain Dew.
Hmm.
Because I think Mountain Dew is Pepsi. But
Oh,
yeah,
maybe
Sierra Mist was renamed to, what was it?
Miss Twist. For like a second. It
Oh,
was like in 2016. And I remember seeing it in like a store or something. And I was like, what the fuck is Miss Twist? And then we looked it up. I was with you, probably. I'm always with you.
yeah.
We're married.
Yeah. We have spent the better part of like every day together
And,
for years.
and like Google was like, yeah, Sierra Mist changed their name to Miss Twist. But I think like they got bad feedback. So they changed it back like maybe a year later. And now it's, what's it called? Starry?
Yeah,
Is that just it?
Starry. Yeah, I think it
That's
is just
like
Starry.
not. I feel like that's not
That's not like a strong
super
name.
creative. Yeah.
I think Miss Twist is probably the best name for it.
I don't know. I was with Miss Twist. It rolls off the tongue nicely.
Yeah, Miss Twist is the one.
Sierra Mist is classic though. Like why? Why change?
I think Sierra it's the Sierra part.
Sierra.
Like you got Mountain Dew, but it's not. It's MTW Dew, I think.
What the?
Or
What? Did it?
no, it's MTN.
It used to be like the full word though, right? Right.
I don't
A
know.
Mandela effect.
We'll look into that one and maybe like talk about that on the next episode.
Right. Well, that is Mist Sierra. Just we tried Starry. It was the same thing.
Kinda,
Just
yeah.
your lemon lime soda.
Here's the issue: I feel like it's rare that you can buy Sierra Mist at stores, and then obviously if there's an option to buy Starry, they're not going to have an option for Sierra Mist, so you couldn't really at any point compare the two. Yeah, I mean, so we might never know.
Do you want to talk about The Walking Dead?
Yeah, I always want to talk about The Walking Dead.
Go for it. Go for it.
So, I recently finished season 11 of The Walking Dead, and I'm not going to have any like spoilers or anything, just in case anyone's currently still watching or plans to. And every time I like finish a season or something of pretty much anything, I'll do a bunch of like internet exploring of the topic and just like dig into like the lore and like what's up with the actors, like all that good stuff. You know what I mean?
I hear you, brother.
Do you do that?
What do you think? You live with me. What do you think? Answer that question.
The people want to know.
Go for it.
Yeah.
What do you Yeah.
You
yeah.
most definitely do.
Yeah. Look at me. Look at me. What else am I going to do?
Yeah. I don't know.
So you would say you're a big fan of The Walking Dead.
All I know is I watched a hour-long iceberg video, and the last part was like only like you would only know this if like you watch videos on it or like make videos on it.
Oh yeah.
And I definitely knew most of what was being talked about. But the reason I wanted to bring it up is while exploring the lore and the story of it, I figured out that when they talk to the CDC, right? This is just gonna be real quick. So if you couldn't give a fuck less about The Walking Dead, please just maybe hit the like
Heaven forbid.
fast forward button like 15 seconds for like hit it a lot of times.
Yeah,
and
at least 4.
Whenever you hear not me talking anymore, definitely just yeah, that's when this is done. Yeah.
Nailed it.
Yeah. If you can't tell, only one of us is a fan of The Walking Dead. But in an early episode, they talk to the CDC, right? And they are basically saying, hey, like, long story short, the dude at the CDC, the last one there alive, wasn't gonna let him out. He ends up letting him out, and the leader of the group, Rick Grimes, the goat, he basically is just like, "Hey man, I'm grateful for you deciding to let us leave." Something along those lines. And the guy says, "The day will come when you won't be."
Whoa.
And at the time, it's just like really ominous and spooky. And I have what episode it was. 2010. What was it?
2010.
It's the 6th episode, I believe. Oh, season 1, episode 6. It might be the last episode of season 1, actually. But yeah, and then later on, when they meet, Negan, the super bad guy of the universe, he basically kills one of the members of the group, and the episode name is "The Day Will Come When You Won't Be." And it to me, that is just, I love when shows do that, and it's like just small little things, but it's like you don't catch it unless you're either like wildly interested in it, or you like watch videos on it and someone else like points it out to you.
Full circle.
It is kind of, yeah.
Wow.
It kind of does like tie up storylines in a sense.
Crazy.
Like, what was that dude being so ominous about? Oh, well, this is it. Like, the creators of the show are literally telling us. I don't know. I just really enjoy The Walking Dead. If you haven't watched it, maybe go watch it. I don't care if you do, but it's just another person I can talk to about it. So
because it won't be me.
It won't
God
be.
Damn it.
What's next? What's next? I've talked about this too long.
Pick. I chose the last one.
The day will come when you won't be.
Yeah.
Wow.
The Walking Dead.
What a great show. I guess while we're on the topic of TV shows, though, so I see that Euphoria and Kanye and Northwest are on this list.
Yeah.
So, side note,
yeah,
we have tried to record quite a few episode 2s, which we are planning on this episode being an episode 2. We have maybe recorded 2 or 3, and like I keep just not editing them. And we did one where we talked about Kanye and Northwest like extensively, and that will never come out. So maybe we'll talk about that now or whatever. But I guess I'm saying this also to say the first episode and this episode are going to have drastic differences because the audio was messed up in the first one, and also we were cutting a lot of it. We're not going to have any cuts anymore. It's just going to be raw. Just this is the conversation. And yeah, hopefully the audio will sound better and it won't be on different sides of you. So
it's got to sound better. In the first one, I sounded like I was being hunted for sport. I was panting. I just do that. Like I have anxiety. So sorry if I am right now. I get scared. Then I'm like, okay, all right. Like,
no, I do just get, it's like just uneasiness. Like it's unsettling, like being recorded and knowing it's going to like potentially be heard by anyone on Earth.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah. But yeah, tell me and everyone else a little bit about Euphoria, why it's on the board, and what do Kanye and Northwest have to do with such things?
They weren't supposed to be. I don't know why you wrote it like that. They were supposed to be a separate topic.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I guess talk about Euphoria, and then from what I've heard about it, that will kind of tie into Kanye potentially.
I mean, I really don't want to, but I feel like I need to. Okay, so what is Euphoria? Will you explain a little bit about Euphoria's background for me?
So, from what I know, Euphoria is a show. Zendaya's on it. That's like the main factor of it, I think.
Yeah.
Some things about it, I guess. We have the Wikipedia page up just to see some facts about it, Euphoria premiered June 16th, 2019. And yeah, they have a long list of actors. Like, once again, the one named actress, Zendaya. We have Angus Cloud. I'm not going to say the names that I can't say. We have Eric Dane.
Why can't you say them?
Because I can't pronounce them and I don't want to, like,
What?
embarrass myself or, like, disrespect their, like,
Okay.
name.
All right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, and a whole lot of other people. I'm truly not really too knowledgeable on it. From what I've heard, there's just a bunch of high schoolers doing, like, the wildest things.
Isn't Drake a producer on it? Like, but it's created by, what's his name?
Sam Levinson.
Right. But doesn't Drake work on it also? Because that would explain some things that I'll touch on in just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Yeah, Drake is a executive producer on it.
Now, Sir Aubrey Graham. Okay, here are the bones I have to pick with this show. I mean, I watched it for the first time recently because T over here was really into The Walking Dead. So, I have to have my little show to watch. So I put on Euphoria on HBO Max. And right off the bat, we get titties, we get vaginas, we get penises all over the place, like full on nudity. And that's fine if you want to go that artistic direction. I wouldn't, but like, because I feel like we could show the same things without showing the same things. We used to back in the day. Right now there's like nudity everywhere, and I don't mean to sound like, like cover up whatever, but it's on like a lot of platforms. I feel like it's like so accessible versus when we were younger,
Oh, definitely. It's far more, like, normalized, I guess you could say.
Right.
Like, it's not looked at as such a, like, it's not looked so down upon anymore. It's kind of like becoming normalized.
Yeah. It still catches me off guard though. Like when I see titties on the screen, I'm like, what the? Okay.
It is weird. Like, it used to be kind of a more, like, reserved thing to make it like I feel like people tried not to do it unless it was fully necessary for the story to, like, seem like real.
Yeah.
But now I feel like people don't hold back at all. Like, that is what people want to see, it seems. So that's what they just keep putting in everything.
All right, so that's all fine and good. Whatever, do your thing. However, the bone I have to pick with Sir Sam Levinson,
Yeah, the creator.
is that the characters are high schoolers, and I'm not sure that they need to be if they're going to be, doing the devil's tango all the time and have their things swinging all around. Could they have been like in college? Could they have been young adults? Even like 30-year-olds, fine. But, the high school aspect does play into the storyline like the whole time, obviously. But why do the high schoolers have to be naked? That feels weird. It really does to me.
No, that is weird. Like, just knowing you're supposed to be watching, like, high schoolers, just what you're saying.
Even if
obviously, like, if you make the show too believable, it comes off weird.
Yeah, I was speaking. Even if my bad, I'm sorry. Even if the actors are like grown adults portraying high schoolers, that's weird as well. You're grown, you're playing a high schooler, fine, but then why are the titties out? Like, it just feels weird to me, and we have like a serious problem with like, I don't know, bad stuff with like adults relating to children in this country, and I don't know if I should actually talk about it because like that's a scary little rabbit hole. But how are we ever going to work away from that if we are normalizing naked high schoolers. I don't know. Is that just me? Am I like thinking too much about this?
No, but while you were saying all that, I kind of looked more into the actresses on the show just to see like general age range, and the four that I saw were all like 23 to 25. But if the show came out in 2019, at the middle of 2019, I mean, they were like 18, 19, 20, which I guess, like, obviously it's legal. It's a little,
I have thoughts about that as
a
well.
little quick. I mean,
It is quick. Like,
yeah,
if you're 18, 19, you're still a teenager. When you're 20, you're hardly an adult. It's really not until like you turn 25, 26 when your frontal lobe, your reasoning fully develops, that I would probably consider someone like a grown adult. 20s through 24, that's like a young adult, an emerging adult, a baby adult, if you will.
mm-hmm.
Like 19, 18, you're a child. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, you are not making good choices.
How could you? You just finished high school and they didn't teach you shit. I know. Tell me what a W-2 is. You can't. Probably not. I didn't know. Had I known, I would have saved all of them. Like, it's important stuff like that about like adulthood that we don't get in high school usually.
I agree.
But schools have to hit their standards and education is messy. But let me stop. That was my first bone to pick about Euphoria. What's with all the like nudity, and these are children, right? Okay. And sometimes it works with the storyline, like Jules. She has sex with a grown man. Spoiler alert. Sorry, spoiler alerts. Nate's father, Cal Jacob. So it's a whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
And that's like part of their storylines. Is high school like this now? Be honest. Probably.
We are both pretty removed from high school in this day and age.
I'd say maybe, but it feels a little extreme. Maybe it's just I went to a stupid high school, so
yeah,
I didn't see anything.
Yeah, I mean it definitely depends where you are, I'm sure, but I don't think people are going like as hard as they're probably going in Euphoria.
Yeah, I don't know. Who knows?
Yeah.
Maybe.
I don't know. I guess if that's the demographic, maybe it's chicken and the egg. Which came first, Euphoria or the Wild Behavior?
Oh, yeah, that's the thing. Like, if I were, like, okay, I watched this as a grown adult. My frontal lobe is, like, I think finished up, probably. I watched this as, like, a sane adult, and I'm like, oh, I can see the flaws in it, and I can see why it could be harmful for younger people. But, like, if I watched it as a teenager, oh, I'd be all over it. And I didn't get to watch stuff like that as a teenager. We didn't have it. We had Degrassi. That was it. That was the drama. And it was dramatic. It was dramatic. We loved Degrassi in this household.
It was Degrassi and Breaking Bad.
What?
Yeah.
For what?
Just what to watch.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
and
like,
Game of Thrones.
For like a teenager, yeah.
Yeah.
Like about high school, though.
Oh, yeah, there was nothing. It was just Ned's Declassified and Degrassi.
We had Secret Life of the American Teenager, Pretty Little Liars.
Yeah. All of ABC Family, I guess.
Yeah. But even those were tame compared to Euphoria.
Kyle XY.
Oh, no. You remember that, like, the promo for Kyle XY?
It was just
burned into my memory.
It was just a picture of him lifting up his shirt to show he didn't have a belly button with, like, a blue tent around it and, like, some weird, like, I want to say, like, just, like, far out, like, quote or something, or just some words.
Yeah.
You
I
know.
remember them being like, he has no belly button. Like, it was so dramatic.
Yes, they always showed that scene too of like the doctor and
Like,
like being like he doesn't have a belly
you're gonna
button.
want to see this. And
Yeah,
then he lifts up.
vain.
I love it. Bring back shows like that. But I don't know. Maybe that's harmful for like teenagers to see such a thing. Like, I don't know. But on the opposite side, all the nudity is okay because it's, normalizing different body types. That's cool. But I don't know if we need it like that. And the high school, I don't know. I'm just saying. I think the characters being teenagers definitely plays into the overall story because teenagers just make bad decisions. So all of these characters are so messed up in different ways, but you can't help but like empathize. Ugh.
Yeah,
How do you say
empathize.
it? Yeah. With all of them because they're just kids and they're just doing kid things. They're just making mistakes. They
Oh
don't
yeah.
know better. Cassie, a mess. But she doesn't know better.
Well, that is why it's so dangerous though, is to you shouldn't like portray wild shit as like, oh, this is normal. And obviously it's fictional, like it's a TV show, but like kids are stupid. They don't know anything about they don't know anything about anything.
Precisely.
I guess prime
No, but
example, Wiz Khalifa. When we were in high school, Wiz Khalifa probably like is the reason quite a lot of people started smoking weed. And
hey.
not just probably, like I know for a fact.
Okay.
And it's like, would we have done it anyway? We'll never know because we were influenced by entertainment media.
Yeah.
It's very wild.
Exactly. And then you've got Euphoria for like the younger generation and things like it. And I don't know, that might have an impact on the whole sitch, but my next bone to pick with Euphoria, I just hate Nate Jacobs. I know that's the point. I know that's his character. I just want to deck him in the face.
Okay.
There's
Right.
a lot. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, my bad.
What were you gonna say?
I was just gonna say what else you got problems with?
I don't have a problem with this one. I understand it. There's a lot of music in the show. A lot of it. And maybe it's to feature new artists and get people's sound out there, but they rely heavily on music to tell the story. And I feel like that's what gets people because it got me. And it didn't get me until like the last like few episodes of like the second season, but I was like, "Oh, I get it." And it's because that they had that use of like song and like music to enhance the story. So I think that's kind of cool. It makes sense. Music makes emotional ties and connects your brain with like feel goods and like memories, nostalgia, all that good stuff. I don't know. The look of it is pretty of the show. It's got like good cinematography or whatever.
Oh yeah, it's HBO. I mean
Yeah,
they
it's
specialize
cute.
in it.
Yeah, and like glitter is a big theme in the show, and the light reflects nicely off of glitter. It's all cool. It's like kind of trippy at times. And that is Euphoria. I just wanted to share. I just don't know. Like, I'm not used to seeing naked teenagers, to be honest. So when I see it in a like mainstream show like that, I was just like a little like off put by it. That's just me though. Maybe you weren't. That's fine.
Yeah, I mean I've never seen it. I would probably be pretty thrown off by it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean never seen it. I can't relate. It's kind of like The Walking Dead.
All
You
right.
know.
Well.
What's up with Kanye?
Oh,
Why
man.
you got
Okay,
issues with him?
Okay. So I really just wanted to hop on here real quick and give a little speech about Northwest. Kanye
Okay.
West and Kim Kardashian's daughter, eldest daughter, firstborn, and she is a mini clone of Kanye, so it seems. She has a TikTok with her mom, and the comments are off. I wish they were on. They are out of pocket. They are outrageous. These TikToks. There's one where she's like in cosplay of her father, Northwest is. She is in Kanye West cosplay. And obviously, like, that's a twin of Kanye, just like miniature. She also, it seems, acts so similarly to Kanye. Just very, like, sure of herself, confident. Like, she knows who she is. And she's going to be loud and proud about it. That's terrifying to me. I think Northwest holds so much power, and I'm afraid of who she'll become. I think she'll become something great, but I will fear her.
Do you think the recent issues that Kanye's been having will affect that power? Or do you think Kanye is like so cemented in the culture that like people are just going to move past all this in a couple months and act like whatever he does next, if it's as long as it's not racist stuff or like just like hateful speech, do you think people will forget what he's been saying and like Northwest will still, I guess, have all that power?
Yes, I think that's probably the nature of it, unless he does something completely outlandish. But I don't know. The folks out here typically think he's pretty crazy looking. You know, having some episodes, having some problems. But he did have that one interview that was funny, I thought. I don't know if it was meant to be funny.
The Sway interview? Like, you don't have the answer, Sway?
Nah, it was like a recent one. He was like, what was he saying? I'm not bipolar. I maybe am a little bit autistic, but that's my superpower. Kind of like Rain Man. And he just... But, I kind of get it.
Yeah.
So that was my next point. Kanye West himself. I'm not like the biggest Kanye fan because of recent events and things that he has said. His old music slaps. And his, he's got a pretty great career.
He's very, like, a lot of people would refer to him as like a creative genius. Like, people in music.
Yeah, I'd say so. It's just, yeah. He's very real with everything.
I feel the same way. And like he has definitely like had lyrics where he just like will just make it very obvious that he is just talking mad shit about somebody. Like,
oh yeah.
He's attacked like Kim on like hella songs, I think.
But I don't know. I feel like I get it in some capacity, but I hope he finds help and peace because it looks like it's rough out there for him right now.
Yeah.
But he's married now, right?
To who?
Someone who worked for him. I don't remember her name.
He is married?
Yeah, it's recent. Remember when he went missing a couple weeks ago? But he was just like getting married. Watch a Sloan video. Watch a Sloan video about this. Sloan on YouTube.
Hi, I don't keep up with that part of the internet.
All right, well,
it's hard. There's a lot.
Next topic is
you want to just skim over the neurodivergence in workplace because I don't know what you speak of.
I just want. I think it's important to talk about.
Okay, well, let's talk about it.
I just didn't want this to be like so like media focused like our other episode 2s that we have scrapped.
Yeah.
So I wanted like some real like issues thrown in there, like a little sprinkle of something.
For sure.
I wanted to talk about neurodivergence in the workplace. I myself, if you can't imagine, am a little bit neurodivergent.
What is that?
That is, I cannot explain it. You'll have to find a definition. I'm so sorry. We should have had one pulled up.
That's okay. We'll figure it out for future episodes.
Essentially, your brain doesn't function in a typical way. That would be neurotypical. And this can show up in a number of different ways. I literally can't explain this well. For me, like, definitely I have like some dyslexia, maybe some ADHD, stuff like that. Um, in the workplace, I got a big girl job recently, little office job. And I find it hard at times to exist in the workplace because it feels like some of my habits are kind of out of place.
Like what?
Namely,
Oh, my bad.
mostly, I just don't like to talk to other people. Usually, ever. I will, because that's part of life, but I really don't like small talk because the act of talking for me is so exhausting and draining because I have anxiety and the way my brain is set up. I'm always thinking about like my next conversations and what to say to not sound weird. But when someone comes up to me in my little cubicle and asks me a question that I'm not prepared for or like stops to make small talk, my brain just like completely short circuits and I'm like, and then the conversation is just kind of weird, I feel like.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
What?
You've seen that with me?
No, I'm just
You're agreeing?
speaking in
Oh.
general. That's how it is with me as well.
Oh, okay.
Like I can't do small talk at all, just because it's like it. I don't know where to take it. Like I'm not good at just like, oh hey, how's it going? Good morning. Oh well, how are you? Oh, I'm all right. It's like, okay, well, I'm gonna keep walking. Please don't try to like keep the conversation going.
But
You
they
know,
do.
they all do. They love it.
And I feel bad because like I'm ready to like stop it, so my body is turned even to like walk away, and then I have to like do a weird twist, and I don't know when they're gonna end it or if it's gonna be like a whole thing. Then I just think too much about it, and I'm not present in the conversation. It's just a whole mess.
The worst part about work is just when someone tries to show you pictures and or videos. Like
I will not.
no, I go very out of my way and will just be rude as hell if it just means I'm not sitting there for 4 minutes to watch a YouTube video that I don't find funny at all.
On God.
It's insane.
Do you run into the problem sometimes at work where someone will either like they won't use any words, but they'll just give an indicator of like they'll either like laugh at their phone or just be like or like gasp dramatically at something or be like, "Wait, what?"
It's like they're baiting you for a response.
Yes, it's clickbait in real life.
I swear.
I'm like, "No, I can't keep entertaining that because just tell me. What is it?"
Yeah.
I don't care though. I really don't.
It is weird too, because I know it's not like they're like hopefully people aren't just like constantly speaking to themselves in that type of way, but like it's weird for me because I'm always like, well, dude, do you want me to just seemingly be like eavesdropping in a sense?
Yeah.
Like, do you want me to acknowledge a conversation that may not involve me?
Yeah.
Because then I'm the bad guy, and it's like I'm the weirdo.
Oh yeah, I'm not trying to snoop like, "Oh, what's so funny?"
Literally, yeah, and it's always hard because like I've had that happen before where it's like someone seemingly wants a response, and then you say it, and it's like, oh what? Oh no, I was just looking at my phone,
Literally.
and it's like, oh
like,
well, okay,
okay.
maybe just be aware of your surroundings. Like you are within feet of me.
I don't know. I feel like sometimes people can do it for like all sorts of reasons. Like maybe it's just like a habit. Maybe they are trying to get a reaction out of you. Maybe they just do that. Like some people like honestly talk to themselves and I never know how to handle that. And they'll say it. They'll be like, "Oh, I just talk to myself." Like do you want me to listen or ignore you? And that's not to sound mean, but like I could just be listening to a podcast right now if you want me to. Just let me know. Or do you want me to respond for you to then again say, "Oh no, I was just talking to myself." Like
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I understand that one.
You do actually bring up a very good point though. Everyone should make sure that they're subscribed to whatever platform they're listening to FeedWars on right now, just so you don't have to listen to your coworkers you can just listen to us instead.
Smooth.
Oh yeah, I
With
got to
the
work on these
riz?
transitions. But that was a nice one, wasn't it?
It was pretty
Thank you.
smooth.
You definitely set me up for it. We
Wow.
gotta work on them, but transitions.
I'm not sure if I have anything else to say about neurodivergence in the workplace. Do you? I don't know. I just feel like my habits are out of the norm, and it's like it doesn't affect my work, but
Hmm.
it definitely makes me think about it and get sad about it.
For sure. It's just one of those things that is very. It's just one of the things about life that just sucks, and there's no way to fix it. And that's kind of the same way it is with adulting in general. It's just that everyone's dealing with their own adulting issues. You just like it. It seems insane sometimes. I don't know. Like it. How is this like reality? Like how is this an expectation that I will, I guess, go to this place and do this thing every single day,
Every single
and
day.
I have to like get along with people that I otherwise wouldn't just because we work together.
On God.
Like I don't know. And then you got like outside stuff. You got, I mean, obviously you're at work for money, but I mean, the world, inflation. I mean, I don't want to just like kind of talk about the negative parts of life, but adulting is just a wild thing. Like you can do a bunch of very cool things, but you also like have to do a bunch of annoying things. And that's what sucks. You have to do the annoying things, but you have an option of doing the cool things, you know?
Uh huh.
And
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know.
I'm not too into it myself, the adulthood aspect of life, because what do you mean? I'm going to work 5 days a week, full time, 40 hours. Or for me, it's like a little less because I'm a special girl.
Yeah.
Um, what do you mean? And then I have 2 days off for what? To do my chores, to do my household things, laundry and everything. Maybe like an oil change, whatever random stuff comes up.
That is what I didn't get to today. I knew there was something. It was
Yeah,
your oil
that's all
change.
right.
Um, but no, I agree. 2 days is not that is not a fair trade off. Like 4 and 3, 4 on, 3 off. That's a
It's
little more
better.
reasonable. I
Yeah.
mean, it makes way more sense to me because you have how I look at the weekend. Saturday being the first day off for majority of people is really just doing all the things you couldn't do during the week because of work. Sunday is really just doing everything that you need to have ready for the week that you can't do during the week because of work.
Hmm.
So at what point are you supposed to chill
Or
and
socialize
or do anything? I
if
mean,
you're into that.
when can you have time to chase your dreams, do hobbies,
Literally.
go to like events that you can't really go to because like travel time, I guess, if it's not right down the street, it's kind of a whole thing.
And I lost my train of thought.
Sorry about that.
Hmm. Well, it just doesn't make sense because we spend so much time at work during the week. That's how we live our lives. If you think about it.
No, like our lives and most people's lives are just based around like work, but there's like levels to it. Like some people like base their entire existence off like what they do. Like it's like, oh, I'm a let's say someone's a engineer, like a special type of like structural engineer, like Michael Schofield on Prison Break.
Handy
Um,
manny.
yeah, type shit. But let's say they have to like tell everybody every time they meet anybody, and it's like their entire personality. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm just not into that.
No, but I mean, yeah, it's there's kind of just no way around it. It's a massive part of your life. You're at work or on your way to work or getting ready for work more than you're doing anything else Monday through Friday.
This is a scam.
It is. It's
This
a Ponzi
system
scheme.
is set up against us.
Maybe not a Ponzi scheme,
What?
but it's a scheme.
We have to
Someone's
break out
scheming.
of the Matrix.
Not the
Listen.
Matrix.
I thought about this. I want to slide this little subject in. And I've talked to you about it before. This is my theory, my question.
Okay.
I want honest answers.
I'm here
I'm
for
thinking
it.
about it honestly.
Okay.
What if, historically, all the way back to the beginning, a long, long time ago, instead of men kind of like taking the reins and like doing the thing, establishing the countries, whatever. What if the women did that? The female bodies? What do you think the world would be drastically different? I'm talking about all the way back, cavemen. From the start, what if we just had like what's it called? The matriarchy? What?
I know what you're talking. Just the like hierarchy of like command, essentially.
What do you think the world would look like?
Hard to say. It obviously it could be better. It could be worse. It could just honestly it would be unrecognizable. I think we would not even see it as it is today, and probably wouldn't be able to recognize what we see if we saw it. I mean, humans would still probably look like humans, pretty much, but even that could be different. We could have evolved into different looking anything.
Aw.
Yeah, kind of wild.
My main thought with that is, I think, and this is probably just my, I don't know, my idealism here, but in my world, if I like created the world, I would not have the months that we have. I would like sync it up with the moon more and have like maybe, I don't know, you probably would have to have more months, but all of them are 28 days and they all start like the first of the month on like a Sunday or something, and like sync it up to the moon as well, so like you can tell time that way. That's what I would do. And I feel like if women ran the world from the very jump, the very start, I feel like maybe that would happen, because if you don't know, now you know, your menstrual cycle kind of sort of follows the moon cycle in a sense. There's like 4 mains. You got your menstruation, your luteal, your follicular, your ovulation. And you got 4 main things of the moon, main phases. You got your full moon, your first quarter, last quarter, new moon. I think that's out of order, but you get the idea. There's a lot of similarities between a menstrual cycle and the moon phases that I won't get into, but I wonder if that's what would happen, because that would make sense to like the female body. And you could sync up certain things with nature.
Yeah. I get what you're saying. It would put us all more in touch with like our roots, I guess, in a sense.
Roots, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Hey.
Keep us more in touch with the world, nature itself. The ecosystem, if you will. Is it an ecosystem?
Man,
It kind of would be, I
I
guess.
don't know. Should we talk about lucid dreaming?
Yeah, let's wrap it up with some lucid dreaming.
I heard.
Oh, well, I'm taking this one over.
Okay.
So I've never lucid dreamed before. I've heard about it a lot. It seems kind of not scary, just like I watched the movie Inception like once or 1.5 times, and since I saw it the first time, I watched like half of it and didn't understand it like hella years ago. I was just like, wow, imagine you actually try to go into a dream, but because you're the one in control of going into it because you tried to do it and you did it. Imagine like you get stuck or you forget how to get out of it. Wouldn't that be terrible?
Very.
So while lucid dreaming, are you able to, I guess, wake yourself up?
I don't know. I've never done it. I don't know how it works. I think we should try it. I think everyone should try it.
Yeah.
Because, I've been having some strange dreams lately. Not strange like there's weird stuff happening. It's a little trippy. but they're too realistic.
Interesting.
And it's usually every night now. And I won't remember it when I wake up. I'll remember it throughout the day because something will remind me of it. For example, maybe I had a dream that like the cat got into the garage, so I had to like scoop him out. So the next day when I walk out into the garage, I'm like, oh man, like when Randy like
That's okay. Keep going.
ran out here in my dream, or like yesterday, and I can't tell if it's like in the past or in my dream. Am I just crazy? Be honest. Oh, stop!
I don't
The
know.
look you gave me. But my theory is that when we dream, we enter different like realities, because why wouldn't we? Where's your consciousness going when you're asleep? It's going somewhere, right? Because dreams are so crazy. And if you are someone who lucid dreams, you know what's going on. You can control the stuff. And you can like zap to other places and kind of make it up as you go, right? To an
Yeah.
extent.
Kind of.
I've also heard that if you realize that you're lucid dreaming and like stuff starts to get like a little bit crazy, or like if someone's looking at you sideways like another person, you have to ask, or like you can ask, or don't actually. They say don't.
Do you know what you're talking about
No.
with this?
I'm sorry. Okay, so if you're in a lucid dream, you understand that it's a lucid dream.
Yes.
You see someone who's like eyeballing you in a bad way, you're not supposed to ever ask them what the day or like time and day it is, like what day it is or something. What's the date? If you ask someone in your lucid dream what the date is, they'll get like really weird or like really hostile and be like, why are you asking that? Don't ask that. I'm scared. What if that's like a demon?
Have you ever tried to do that and see what the response is?
I have tried to lucid dream,
Yeah, but like,
but I haven't tried that.
I don't know.
I've heard tales of people who have tried it and they get scary results.
I think that's what it was like in Inception too. If you were in the dream and they like caught on that like you weren't part of that dream, then they would like turn on you, I think.
Mm-hmm. The NPCs. But
Yeah,
that's
no, they would like take you out.
what I feel like real life is too sometimes. Like, we've talked about this before. I don't think all these people are real personally. I think they're just like what the world made up, what our brains made up to exist as placeholders.
Yeah.
Because why? How are there so many people? I don't know. I know I sound a little bit out there, but listen. So when I have these like really realistic dreams, and I can't tell if it's like last week or like in a dream I had and I just forgot about, and these tales of lucid dreaming and asking people that you see that are a little like, uncanny valley, what's going on, what day is it, and they get like upset about it. I don't know. I see some parallels that I don't want to see. I'm scared. Or maybe, you just live your life, you die, go to heaven, whatever. Or hell. I don't know.
Who
Maybe
does?
there's more.
I don't know anyone who presently has the answers.
I just feel like there's more. I feel like
There's more to that.
yeah. There's different things going on than what we like
What we perceive
used
as
to.
like normal.
Yeah.
I would agree. There's definitely more to it. And yeah. Well, what sucks is we'll probably just never know.
Until you die, I think.
Wow.
I think when you die, when you pass away, like, you get zapped back. This is my personal theory, and this is what makes me feel better, because I don't really vibe with the, like, traditional heaven. I think you get zapped to, like, your higher self, controlling the simulation, and you get to decide, do you want to go back? Do you want to reincarnate? Do you want to chill here? But you have to make that choice. And maybe when you go back to Earth as like a newborn human, like reincarnate or whatever, maybe that's like because you need to learn something else that you didn't get in your past life. so you have to go back. But why would you like send yourself here to be a human unless like you needed to like learn something? Because this human experience, it's not great. I mean, mine's not fantastic. I've seen some shit, but like I just feel like if I had the choice, like could I do something else like a little bit more fun? Could I be like a mythical being next time or something? I don't know, like just maybe an aura of light.
You just want to be light?
Something like, I don't know what's out there.
No, I feel you though. Just
Why would I want to be a human, you know? Like what's the point? And I feel like maybe that's kind of what I have to figure out.
the secret to life. That's
Yeah.
it.
Like why did I choose human?
That's all you're looking for?
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, that's easy.
Ooh, I'm mentally ill.
Yeah.
Sorry to get
I don't
real
know,
deep
man.
there.
I don't have any answers for you. I'm not very educated on that.
Hope you got shivers because that one was
It was
went
kind of
in.
it was kind of wild. We touched on some wild topics. I think we do definitely need to like I guess just take notes from this episode and maybe the prior scrapped episodes that we haven't posted and just it seems like we get way better conversations when we don't talk about specific topics. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I like having structure, like how we have the whiteboard, but
Mhm.
I had some like in the back of my mind, like the what if women like did the very beginning.
Oh,
Question.
yeah.
And that's just what I like slid in because I was like, oh, this is a good chance to talk about that.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, I don't know. We'll work on it, but anything you want to say before we close out here?
Hell no, get out of here. Do something else. This was like pretty long, I feel like.
Yeah, I think we're at 58 minutes, like almost exactly right now.
Hey,
so
if you made it to this point, you're a real one.
Yeah, you too real.
All 5 of you, I know.
But yeah, guys, we got like 5 viewers, I think.
Yeah.
A couple subscribers. We got to post 3 videos to see our subscriber counts. So
I feel like it's literally just our close friends.
oh, that's it. But that's okay cuz all the friends I've asked have said they actually listened to it like all the way through. So there's some real ones. But yeah, guys, this has been FeedWars. I am T.
I'm Annie.
And we will see you guys on the next episode.